Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again on another UMS online English lessons. I'm very pleased to be here with you guys, and I hope you guys are feeling it too. So last time, Ms. Hương has taught you two wonderful lessons on culture, vocabulary, and grammar. So today, I figure we should have a short homework checking with you guys before we start. Given that you guys have a great react towards Miss Phương Anh last Kahoot game, so we decided to have you a little game. However, it's not going to be on Kahoot, it's going to be on a total new platform, which is Quizzy. Therefore, we put a link up here at the caption of the live stream, so make sure that you can click in joinmyquiz.com for this game. Okay, I'm going to wait for you for a few seconds for you to click on this game. Okay, I'm going to host the game now. And because our homework is exercise 8 on your old hand-downs, therefore we are going to base this game on that exercise. Technically, you'll be answering the question that you've already been done for your homework. So if you've already been on joinmyquiz.com, please use the code of the 6 digits here, as you can see on the screen. 162348. For this game, I'm going to spare you 30 seconds so that you can join this particular game. I can see that some of you have already been here in this. Okay. 30 seconds only because we are under shortest of time, so bear with me. The technical problem, but as you can see on our game, we have 4 groups right now. We have tie-dye pandas, tiny whales, hurtling turtles, and righteous raccoons. Well, these groups are run randomly, so if you may know, you can look at your team name at the top of the screen as you enter Quizzy. So make sure that you make sure that you see your team. Make sure that you know where a team you are in. Okay, we shall start the game. Now as we start, we have 5 seconds for you. Okay? The game might start now. Now the question might pop at your screen already. You should answer it as quick as you can and as fast as you can. Make sure that it's accurate, or else you might not have your correct answers. And the team points will be the sum of your teammates' work. Okay, I can see it's a very tight race right here. Very tight race. Righteous raccoons are leading the charge. And tiny whales come very close. Good job, guys. Seems like you did a very good job at your homework. Wow. Raccoons did not give up. Come on, guys, tie-dye pandas and whales. Come on. Okay, come on. Turtles is at the top chart. You're doing such a great job. Wow. Okay, raccoons, come on. Do not lose your first title. All right, turtles still at the top leading charge. Come on, guys. Be very careful because there might be some trick that put you into wrong decision. Good, raccoons. Remember, your team points is the sum of all of your teammates' work, so you might be the one who decide whether or not your team is going to win. Come on! You're almost there. I think all of us are at 60%, and the accuracy for the whole class is 63. It's pretty good number. It seems that you guys are doing a very good job at your homework and you understand very well the last lesson. Okay, looks like we are almost getting our winner. Turtle and raccoon, who is going to be it? Okay, tiny whales at the top. Wow, tiny whales at the top. You guys did a very good job. Okay, if nothing changed, turtles might get the first place. Come on, others, pandas. Raccoons and whales and turtles are doing very good and they're getting it. I think they're all getting the 8th question already. Okay, guys. Okay, for the last questions, turtles already finished. Looks like it. And tiny whales, just raccoons, and tie-dye pandas are very close. Let's see if anyone can beat turtles after this. It seems for me that you guys did a very good job at your homework, as I may expect. I and Miss Hương may expect that you guys might do a very good job at homework. However, sometimes this game is based on your internet connection, so it's totally okay and we totally understand it. But look at the accuracy number. I believe that we all very excited. Okay, looks like we already have our winner. For the third place, just raccoons for 55,000 points. And at the first place, we have hurdling turtles. You guys, you've done such a great job. And I'm very happy that you guys did this. Thank you very much. Most of the time, we all got the correct answers. And Tô Thanh Mai from 6A2 lead the charge with all the correct answers at the fastest time. And the others, I don't think there are much of the wrong answers, but still, maybe you fall in some of the trick that I have already made for you. So better be very careful next time, okay? Thank you very much. And I believe after this little game, you guys have a bit warm up for our lesson. So we shall start our lesson now, shall we? Okay. For the lesson today, as you may take a look at the top slides I've already have for you at the beginning of the live stream. We are going to learn on how to write a formal letter of complaint. I am going to teach this lesson by merely going through and explain every single word and what does each of the words mean for you, so as to teach you guys how to do this. Okay, we shall start. At first, I'm going to explain to you what the word complaint means. Complaint is a noun, and if you want to put it into the verb, just lose the T. It goes to complain. But technically, you're just going to explain some disagreement or discomfort that you have. Therefore, we have our first question for discussion. I'm going to ask you a discussion question, but for this question, I would like you guys to all go to poolev.com. poolev.com/LilyFab772. And if you may know, you can see that the link is right there at the caption of the live stream. So make sure that you can get in and tell me if you can. It seems like a lot of you okay, Miss Dow has already put the link down below, so you can see it right now. Okay, make sure that you are in. And the first question I asked you is that what things do you most complain about? I hope for some of your answers up here. Please type your answer in. Oh, life. Life. You complain about life. That's interesting. Society, shortage of money. I'll make sure that you put your phrase without the space because it will like break like this. Okay, coronavirus. Well, me too, guys. Coronavirus. We can't see each other due to this virus, and hopefully this epidemic will eventually die soon so that we can see each other. Troll, pressure, complain. Sister, I totally understand. Daily routine. Oh, it seems like you guys had a lot of complaint about life. However, the thing is, we have been learning throughout this unit about business and advertisement, and therefore we are going to focus only the complaint about business and advertisement. It sounds pretty abstract to you right now, but I'm going to make it easier. Business is technically selling and buying products, and we certainly did not sell anything. We're just buyer, and therefore we are going to mainly focus on the complaint of the buying process right now. And therefore the next question should be, have you ever bought something and then return it? I'm going to put this online, put this active, and you can answer it on your screen. Have you ever bought something and then returned it? Yes, no, okay. I'm going to let you guys some time for you to answer this. It's just a poll, so just... Okay, it seems like we already have 20 answers, so that it stopped the poll. As you can see here, we have 44% of you saying yes, you bought something, you return it, and no, 56%. Well, okay, it seems like you have a problem when you buy and sell stuff. I want to know more about this. I want to know, for the next question, I want to know, what was the problem? What makes you buy it and then return it? What makes you buy a product and then return it? I look forward to receive some of the answers here. Yes? I'm not very sure. What does that mean by yes? What was the problem? When you buy products and then you do not want it and return it? There are problems. Wrong thought, I think. It's good. Okay. Quality is useless. It has some low quality. Bad, broke. Slow, expired. A lot of problem when we sell and buy products. And actually in life, well, in the future, you might experience a lot of unpleasant situation when it comes to purchasing process. So therefore, today I'm going to teach you how to deliver a proper complaint so as we can secure our own benefit and we can solve the problem. All right, shall we start learning? Thank you very much for all of the response. I think that you guys done a very good job, and I love to see some of your comments here. It's wonderful. Now, we are going to start with the pre-writing section. For the pre-writing section, I would like you to take out your handouts, all of you, now. Okay, I've already explained to you the word complain. Now I'm going to move forward and explain to you the next word, which is the word formal. What is formal? Formal is technically suitable to official way, and informal, on the other hand, it means that it's relaxed and friendly. However, if you want to deliver a complaint, you want everyone to take you seriously. Therefore, you should be formal in this situation. Now, I would like you to look at the next slide I have right here. I have exercise 2. Have pieces of paper right here. You can see it on your handout. It is exercise 2. I have plenty of papers here, and I have piece of writing in it. For now, I would like you to just make guesses on whether or not those right piece of writings are formal or informal. Just want you to guess. It's fine if you had it incorrectly. For the first one, I'm going to see your answers through the live stream right now. Okay. For the first, A, dear Mr. Bridges, I'm writing to complain about what is that? It's formal. I received it from Mitsuki. Formal. Okay, a lot of you had to guess formal. From the next one. Yeah, next one. Hi, Sam. I'm really not happy about the ... I think it's kind of easy. The first one is formal. Yes, yes. The second one, some of you say rumal. Not sure what it is. Rumal. Formal. Well, a lot of you still said that this is formal. Okay. It's okay. It's just your guess. For the next one, please. The guy who came round to fix the TV was a nightmare! Exclamation mark. He cost loads too. £50! Exclamation mark. Well, a lot of you said it's informal. Some of you say it's formal. Okay, informal, a lot of informal. Thank you guys, so just guesses, I'm not going to check it. For the next one, the computer was not repaired properly and we were very dissatisfied with the attitude of the technicians. You can see it on your handouts as well, guys. It's on exercise 2. Pay attention on exercise 2 on your handout and you'll see it. Okay. You guys are doing a very good job. I think even though those are guesses, I think you guys all have the same sense about how the writing should be formal or informal, at least because most of the answers are just the same. All right. Furthermore, I was horrified to discover that ... is okay. D formal. E. How about E, guys? Okay, a lot of you say that it is informal, some of you say informal. It is, I think you're missing an M. Formal, okay. All right, move on. F, after trying to transfer the file, which was impossible, the battery ran out. Okay. Formal, thank you. G, my mom washed my favorite jeans and they shrank. Can you believe it? And they were using 2 exclamation marks right there, 1 question mark right here. And well, that'd be it. Let's see if you guys have this as formal or informal. Okay. Thank you. A lot of you said it was. Okay, I'm just waiting for you to answer. Informal, formal, formal. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. H, I would either like to speak to an advisor. Wait for your guess. Okay, informal. G is informal. A lot of people said G is informal. However, I have H right here. Okay, formal. Thank you. And I, anyway, give me a call and let me know what you think Emoticon. I don't know if you know how to do this emoticon, but you're going to put a colon and a bracket in it, and it makes this. Speak soon, Jim. Okay, I have given a lot of your guesses now, and I'm going to move on to the next one. And that is the last one. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours sincerely, James Pitchy. That's the last one you have for guessing. Okay, thank you very much for all of your guesses. You should have all of your guesses put aside, and next you're going to have your answer fixed. But now I'm not going to just give you the answer right away. I am going to give you some of the formal and informal writing register, so as after you understand it, you might know which guess you should made is correct or which guesses you made is incorrect. All right, for the register, formal and informal writing, I have a pretty interesting table for you to compare two types of writing that it has. Okay, first of all, let's go through the formal letter first. Register. First, when you write an formal letter, we address the sender as Mr., Mrs., or Ms. With the surname, or if you don't know the name, you should use the word sir or madam just to show politeness. And however, in the informal letter, it goes differently. When you use informal letter, you are going to address the sender by their first name, and sometimes you are going to use very informal greeting like hi or hello. The second, in formal writing letters, you usually use the passive forms. This one has been taught by Miss Hương and me a few weeks before we had our New Year break. And we also learned about the causative forms as well. It counts too. However, in informal letters, we use the active form, which is not very much complex and not complicated at all. Number three, when we write formal writing, you often write longer and more complex sentences, usually including using conjunctions. We also use formal linking words like however, furthermore, whereas, and of course they are followed by some commas. And we use full form of the sentence like I am writing or he has not replied. 6, when we end the letter, you end it with yours sincerely if we know the receiver's name, or yours faithfully if we don't know the receiver's name. Pay attention to this. Yours sincerely if we don't know the receiver's name. And if you use yours faithfully for the people that you don't know the name, and you refer to them as sir or madam at the top. Pay attention to that. And when you sigh it with your full name, with your family name and your first name. Okay, let's move to the informal register. You address, like I said, address the sender by their first name, and you use the active form because it's simple. And you often write shorter and more simple sentences. In this, you use contracted forms. What are contracted forms? Instead of saying I am, you say Instead of saying he is, you say his, and etc. You use colloquial language. What are colloquial language? It is the language that you use for casual conversation with your friends, and often concern the words like wanna, gonna, or sometimes y'all. And I heard that you use a lot at school. And you use informal punctuation like the exclamation mark, the emoticons, and the colon and the brackets before they used to form a smiley face is one type of this emoticons. You can use idiom like spill the beans and let the cats out of the box. 14, last one. When we end the letter of the informal when we end the informal letters, we use it with informal phrases. For example, speak soon, or later, or love. And then you sign it with your first name, not your full name. That is the informal letter. Since we've already have those register on hand, we now be able to see whether our guesses are right or wrong. And for that, I'm going to let you to do exercise 3. In exercise 3, you are going to put those examples you do in exercise 2, put it in the register in exercise in the table that I've already explained to you in your handouts, and to see if you have the right answers or not. All right, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to do this. 2 minutes starts now. Okay, let's go back to the exercise 2 to see if you guys had the correct answers. I'm going to put the slides back. Backwards. Before. Now we have exercise 2 right here, and I would like you to check the guesses that you've already had. So I'm going to go through this right quick, and you will see at home if you got the right guesses. A, dear Mr. Bridges, I'm writing to complain. This one is put in the full form and use the Mr. To refer to the sender, so this is formal. For the next one, this should very much be informal because they use the contracted form of the word I am. Next one is C. This one should be informal. As you can see, they use the exclamation mark right here 2 times. And they use the word the guy. And D, this very much should be formal. Why? Because the language they're using here is very formal. They use the passive form, and they are also using the conjunction and to make the sentence longer. We have E as formal because furthermore is one of the very formal linking words. And also we have F as formal because the structure here is very complex. G, we have it informal because we have 2 very big exclamation mark right here and a question mark right here. Surely not formal. And H, this should be formal because they use the modal verb would, and then they put it in a long sentence. And I should be informal because they're using the language anyway, which is very colloquial. It is colloquial language. And J, I look forward to hearing from you and yours sincerely. When you sign your name with a full name like this, it is one register of a formal writing. All right, that will be it. I hope that you guys get all your answers and your guesses correctly. But if you did not, it's totally okay. And after when I explain this to you, hopefully you guys get some senses of what writing is formal and what is informal. I've just done explaining to the word complained, and I've done explaining the word formal. Now I'm going to explain to you what letter means. You've already learned letter at the first semester. The structure of a letter is very easy. You have the address, you have the greeting, you have the body, and you also have the ending at the end. However, for a complex structure for a letter of complaint like this, you should learn what exactly should we put in the body of the complaint so that you will not be, startled when you do your complaint letter. And therefore, I made you a sample letter. As you can see here, I would like to check a little bit on what you've already learned, whether or not this letter is formal or informal. Do you know? Okay. I can see that a lot of you understand this as formal. You read this letter and you see that it is formal language. Because as you can see, they use the word sir or madam, they ending the letter with yours faithfully, with the full names. And they also have some, they all put this writing in a full form, so it's formal. Thank you very much, guys. However, I also want you to pay attention on how they chunk this letter. They chunk this into 6 different parts. What I want you to do now to identify the structure is that I want you to look at this letter, look at the parts. I want you to match this part with what we have in exercise 5. What we have in exercise 5, we have all 6 different functions here, and I want you to match it with 6 functions to see which parts do in this letter. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to do this. Okay, 2 minutes is over, so I shall continue checking your answers. Let's look at the first part, A. This one can be very easily done by matching with, yes, 3, the date. Good, I received full answers from Tục Anh. B, she has it with 5, which is the outline of the complaint. Exactly, when we want to talk about your complaint, you should first explain what exactly were you complaining about. And then you're going to, yes, see, we have 4, very good, is the detail of the complaint about the product itself. And D, excellent, we have 6 is the detail of the complaint about the service. We have these 2 parts distinctively. However, if you only have the problem with the service or the products only, you can totally let the other things out. And the E, this part E, I would either like to, it should refers to 1, what action is expected. When you complain something, you're expecting something to be done to solve your problem. And the last part I look forward to should be, yes, a reminder that a reply is expected. You want a reply, not just write a letter for fun. Okay? And since now you know the structure of the letter, I would like to check your understanding about all of this. I have another sample letter for you, which is letter B. And for this one, I would like you to identify the register of this letter. So last time when we refer to the letter A, Sarah wrote this letter. And that is informal form. So she will be taken very seriously and her problem is very much likely to be solved. However, in this letter B, written by Henry, do you think his problem will be taken seriously? Well, it's very promising that it won't, because his writing is being put in an informal form. And therefore, I would like you to underline the wrong register and try to fix it. And also try to identify its structure, as I've already taught you. I'm going to give you guys 2 other minutes to finish this. Okay? It's totally fine if you do it on your hand down, underline it on your hand down. Just make sure that you do it. Okay, I would like to check your work now. And hopefully you've already done with the job of identifying the wrong register. Miss Hương has a very fun comment. Let's help poor Henry getting his money back. Oh, I love her. All right, let's refer to this slide. So, I have already underlined some of the language that should be changed in order to make this more formal. As you can see, all of this one, and I find don't here. All of them are put it in contracted form, so that should be put in the full form. For example, should be put in I am, and don't should be put in do not. For the other parts, which is this part, as you can see, there are 3 very big exclamation mark right there, and that should be totally eliminated. And you should not put the sentence in the brackets like that. Instead of saying, which was a total bargain. Bargains here means you get things cheaper than normal. So instead of saying this, you can say that which I thought was a very great deal or something similar. So it makes it more formal, and you don't have to write things in brackets like that anymore. You should not put, this is called quotation mark. It's not in a full form, and it shows impoliteness towards the reader. So you should lose that. Anyways, it's a spoken form, and it refers at colloquial language. Anyways, you use it with your friends. So you should not use anyways, and instead you should use however. For the other part here, small exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark should be eliminated. And instead of saying, I really do not understand how they could get so small, then you can put it in a more complex language, like, I really do not understand how they could shrink so much, like that. Shrink means getting smaller. And you have the word so in here with the extra 3O. So shows like very much discomfort. But you should not do this, and you should eliminate the redundant O in here. And this one is pretty good. The sentence showing that you're expecting reply. However, the word speak soon, the phrase speak soon should not be put in here. Instead, you should put it like yours faithfully or yours sincerely. The letter knows the name, the sender knows the name, which is Henry knows the name. Dear Mr. Smither. Therefore, we should put yours sincerely instead of yours faithfully, if you might remember from the first register that I already spoke to you. Okay, so hopefully I have taught you some of the structure of the letter. Let's take a look at the linking words and phrases. Well, as I said to you, all the writing is just like playing Legos. You put blocks together. However, you need that small little circle legs in order to stick it together to make it a full rigid block. And therefore, we're going to need those words, linking words. In this complaint letter, you need 2 types of linking words like addition and contrast linking words. And you can find it in the underlined parts of both letter I have for you, as you can see on the handouts. And therefore, what I want you to do now is to look at those highlighted words, and I want you to put them into the right category. Which one is using for addition, which one is using for contrast. Because we're under shortest of time, so we are going to just spend very much around 1 minute on this. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check it right away, and if you have any question, you can totally refer back to this slide or refer to me in emails to ask me for more. For the addition, For the addition, linking words, we have the words such as furthermore. In addition, what is more to add to this, beside this. And for contrast, you can use although, but, however, and while. For although and while, you can use it at the beginning of the sentence. And but and however can be used in the middle of the two clauses with a comma. And that is all I have to explain to you for the formal writing of letter of complaint. And the third part, surely enough, it is going to be about writing, but I'm not going to let you write right now because obviously we do not have much time. So let's look at the writing practice in your handouts. You're going to write a letter of complaint about one of these problems. You can find it at the bottom of your handout, I think it's yellow box at the end. You are going to write about either one of these problems, just one. And then you're going to send us through the Microsoft Teams that your homeroom teachers already introduced to you. And also exercise 8 about the linking words are also should be done through Microsoft Forms that we're going to send you later. All right, let's recap on what we have learned so far. We have learned what is formal and informal writing, and we've also learned the register of that. We learned about the letter structure, and more importantly, we learned what to put in the body of a letter of complaint. What exactly should we put in there? And we also learned about the linking phrases of addition and contrast. After my lesson, I hope that you guys get a certain meaning of what these means. And I hope you guys have fun today. I hope you guys had a great time. I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys in person. After this, you will have 15 minutes break after we start another lesson. So I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!